This is unfucking believable. I do not know what is happening on my channel 30 seconds after uploading this video. It took that long for some algorithm to find and fuck my video. Because of that, I now have to go back and edit this entire fucking thing to make this person anonymous. Because if I actually upload this fucking video in its current form, it will be taken down. So please bear that in mind as you watch this heavily edited video.
This vlog is a little bit different than what you were expecting before. I am hours away from going to GDC. I'm kind of sorry about that, but I really wanted to bring up kind of a special issue that we've been seeing, particularly in the games industry.
Is it corruption in games journalism? Right, yeah, sure, no. Is it cheaters in video games? Let's go, I'm going with cheaters in motherfucking first-person shooters. That is a huge problem in gaming.
And that is the issue of diversity. Diversity is apparent all around us. We've had 10 years to really grow it from the moment that gaming culture was a thing back in like 2004. So really it was about 10 years.
Gaming culture started in 2004? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you referencing? What the fuck happened in 2004? You know, full disclosure, I'm not a fan of retro games, and I'm not saying anything against them, but I'm just citing them because that's existed for fucking decades. Gaming as a culture has been around since long before 2004. What the fuck are you citing? Maybe I'm ignorant to something. Please, if anyone has any fucking idea what she's citing, you let me know in the comment section, because I have no earthly fucking idea what she is talking about here.
And that's when it really became something, and when it was important for us to say, hey, we're here, whoever we were. You know, we are also gamers. These different groups are all coming together, this amalgamation of a culture. And that culture has grown so much that it has a little bit of everything in it now. It really is just this mixing, melting pot of gooey awesomeness, and all of it is around the fact that we love to play games, and even the games themselves have gotten more diverse and interesting because of that.
So I'll agree to an extent here when it comes to the sort of distribution of genres. Like, sure, yeah, those have grown over the years. I know that people have their favorites, I do as well, but I don't really know how much I can really agree with the idea that gaming has somehow become less homogenized in terms of different bodies of people, because that's just been the natural occurrence of the country. The United States of America over the past few decades has become less homogenized between what would be the traditional makeup 100 years ago or what have you. I mean, that's just a natural occurrence, to my knowledge. I mean, it's not that old of a fucking medium. So that's going to be my assertion here. Gaming has always been diverse. If you can cite a period of time where there was just, it wasn't just a matter of a population breakdown, to where, you know, the United States has become more diverse over time. It's a natural occurrence. So yeah, there's going to be more, you know, Hindu fucking gearheads or something like that. More fucking people that were originally from the Indian subcontinent that have, you know, immigrated to the United States that are into cars. That's just been a natural occurrence of fucking immigration. Like, how can you make this specific to gaming?
So here we are, a culture that is a mix of all these other cultures all around gaming. And it really seems like it's the games industry's turn to recognize that games, not only in terms of journalism and how they're portrayed, but in the development cycles and things of that sort, that we're seeing a lot more of who we are represented in the games that we're playing.
So now here's where you sound utterly ignorant of the medium. And I say that based on the fact that, you know, I can cite The Sims 1 among a fucking laundry list of games, okay? The Sims allowed you to be whoever. It had limitations, granted, but not very many in terms of representation. And I don't really see this idea of putting your own ego or putting your own person in a video game. I don't see that as a necessity. I've never needed that. And I've been a Sims fan for my entire life. I've owned every iteration of the fucking Sims among all these other games that I've played. And I've never put myself in a video game. I've never felt it necessary to put my own ego in a video game, because I could always come up with an interesting character that didn't have to be me. I could always come up with a character that could be of any color. You know, here, let's just launch The Sims 4 right fucking now, okay? Here's a white family that I created. Here's a black family that I've created. Here's a multiracial family that I've created. Among all the fucking characters in this game alone that I've created, And it's not as though these characters are based on anyone I've met. This is just my imagination at play here, alright? I made these fucking characters. I made these families. I can play them, or I can just put them in the fucking game and just allow them to be NPCs and walk around and do what the fuck ever. I have that freedom of choice. This kind of characterization and this idea of customization in video games, I've already made the point in other videos, but I'll just say it again. This is not a selling point. There are many gamers that do not find this necessary even while playing role-playing games. You don't need to put your own fucking ego in a video game. And I challenge the original assertion that gaming at some point didn't have fucking representation. Again, give me some kind of citation. Give me something to fucking ponder on that, because I just disagree.
People are expecting that diversity and acceptance is a thing that happens overnight, that it's a light switch, that the fact that we have it as our culture doesn't necessarily mean that it can be represented so quickly. My friend, Josh, who's brilliant, said, acceptance isn't a light switch, it's a dial. What we really have to do is turn up that dial whenever we find the chance. And the hardest part is that when we interact with this negativity, when we are demanding or cruel or alienating to people who might be our allies, or are not accepting of anything other than the binary yes or no answers, or even the people who are trying to help champion our causes, that's actually turning that dial quite a bit down.
So it's a little bit amazing to me that I need to explain this, but there are antithetical opinions, okay? A really good example that comes to mind is the fact that I'm an atheist. So if it's me and it's a Christian, on religion, we have antithetical views. At least in that one instance, in that one way. He believes, I do not. But, I mean, that's just one fucking thing. That's one thing where I can have antithetical views with somebody, where we totally, wholly disagree with one another, and we can get along.
Just the fact that it's not happening tomorrow doesn't mean that there's not progress. And that we should be looking towards this progress, and even helping it along. We can all become journalists.
Oh, fuck, don't do that.
We can all make our own games. Indie games have never been easier and more fun to create, and it's never been a better time to make them.
That's right, it's easier than ever before to publish your very own indie game. However, be sure it's not a piece of shit, otherwise it's gonna get refunded.
And we can do this in a positive way that actually encourages other people to spread the word, better than just demanding that it happens for us. And this doesn't mean change everything that we know about games. It means opening them up to more options, to fully support the viewpoints and the miraculous things that we all bring to the table when we play them.
All viewpoints? All of them? You know, I don't really know how much I can believe you here. Because it seems to me that the people that are screaming about diversity and inclusiveness and all this shit, they're some of the last motherfuckers that are saying that they want all views into fucking art.
If we really, really want to open up minds and show them this world that we're all living in, then we have to show everyone that we're all on the same side. And that side is toward progress. And that side is towards showing diversity and the incredible pieces of humanity which all of us have.
Here's the thing, we're not on the same fucking side, and that is not at all my doing. Because if we look at this chart, I am on the left. Here, let's zoom in real quick. See where I'm at on this fucking chart? I am very much in the fringe of being hyper-libertarian or hyper-classical liberal in that sense. I am very much for people having their own opinions, being allowed to express them, not banning shit. Not trying to censor people, whether it's the government or just some cunt that thinks they're in the position to where they can try to stifle someone's opinion based on nothing more than they disagree. We have a fucking fundamental problem here, even within gaming. There are people attempting at any given point to stifle creativity, prevent and censor fucking art. just artistic expression from a company, a dev, a fucking artist on goddamn DeviantArt. For fuck's sake. I've been tossed from the left. I've been told to go fuck myself because I'm a gamer and I don't agree to censorship. I don't agree to all this fucking malpractice in games journalism. I don't agree with it. It isn't as though fucking Milo Yiannopoulos flew in my window as the fucking English conservative fairy, fucking wiggled his nose bewitched style and turned me into a fucking neocon. It didn't fucking happen. I'm not fucking conservative. Look at this fucking chart. I'm not on their fucking side. But I've been put in this position where I am not on your side for fucking sure because you told me I'm not on your side. This is what you did. I didn't do shit. So let's just keep that in mind about when we're fucking talking about sides here.
This beautiful mosaic of individuality that we can show in games and in the culture of it so easily. But we have to not attack each other on the way there. We have to not make every article or every game a war. We have to prove that we want something and that we're patient to get it and that we want to help. I feel like right now we're all at each other's throats about something, about anything, and it shouldn't be that way. We're all on the same side. We like games. Let's all try to make games better. It works out for everyone.
You say we. This we. Who's we? We don't agree. For fuck's sake, I mean, I put up a video on my channel where I derided and mocked and talked shit about narrative games. And people lost their fucking shit over that. I had 100 fucking comments on that video from my own subscriber base bitching about what I had to say. People sitting there, excuse me sir, I've actually played The Walking Dead Season 1. I think I know a thing or two about Telltale games. When I own just about every fucking Telltale game they've made. And I've played them all. Maybe I have something to say that's credible in the way of narrative games being poorly written and that being an issue when it comes to games specific to having narrative. But no, it didn't matter. People disagreed with me. People didn't like what I had to say. People made stupid fucking arguments. It didn't matter. We don't agree. We don't fucking agree. No one agrees on fucking anything. So when you say we, who the fuck is we and on what? We have disagreements on what fucking games are good or not and for what fucking reasons. Jesus Christ.
And cursing and blaming and being unforgiving and cruel and all of these things don't actually help the issue. It doesn't change anyone's mind. It just hurts and splits us as a group. So instead of just leaving an angry comment and saying that things should be different, let's all start thinking of ways that we can be proactive. If this is what we want, then yelling is not the answer, but teaching is.
Wow. Screenshot this shit, date it, and frame it on a fucking wall, man. Are you kidding me? I mean, granted, the date of this video is prior to the start of all of this shit, man, but fuck me. Fuck me from where we are now. Are you kidding me? It's gamers that have that fucking issue of being divisive and fucking being assholes and whatever. I don't fucking think so, man.
I look forward to seeing more articles and more indie games and more game devs who are speaking out and not just identifying the problem, but finding the solutions for them.
For fuck's sake, if I didn't have my hands tied right now, I'd take that quote, I'd put some fucking Germans goose-stepping in the background, and I'd have like some of that, good old-timey Reich music playing to fucking compliment that quote. There's not a single word in that quote that is not creepy as all fuck.
And I think we're only gonna get there if we work together.
Except when fucking, shit comes to the fore, where your fucking principles are called into question, and you fucking fold every goddamn time. That's the issue here. That's why I'm making this fucking video. Every fucking time I hear these talking points, it's all fucking talk. But I digress. I just want to say that there are millions of these videos. You think I'm ever going to fucking run out? I don't fucking think so. Every single fucking time that I want to do one of these so-called takedown videos, I sit my ass in a chair, I enter some keywords, I find 5 to 10 fucking videos. Every single motherfucking time that I try, I find a video to cover. The issue is, and I'll say it again as I've said before, gaming as a subculture, whether you consider that included in the industry or not, is saturated in ideologues. They are fucking everywhere.